3, 2, 1. Penis. What's going on, internet? What's going on, internet? TBH here on behalf of Illuminaughty.com. And Spider-Man Homecoming has released to the public. Today I got with me Black and JG. Say what up to the people.
Yeah. You already know what time it is. It's my Black. It's my JG. We got about to get this review.
Oh my god.
Hey, this man has the same name as me sometimes.
What's the name? Anyways, so yeah, like I said, Spider-Man Homecoming has finally released to the public. It's been a lot of hype surrounding this film. Us three saw the film. Other people were supposed to be in this review, but you know, motherfuckers never show up when it's time to record. Anyways, so we're gonna talk some Spider-Man Homecoming spoilers and all. Let's go. Let's start off the conversation by saying, did anybody have any expectations going into this film?
You know what? I didn't, but I didn't think the movie was gonna be as good as it is. And just to like go out and say it, I think like this might be even on par with Iron Man 1, which I still think Iron Man 1 is like the best, like first like superhero movie or the first movie for that superhero, you know what I'm saying? So it's like Spider-Man might be like one of the best Marvel movies. And like
I would actually say it's kind of insulting to compare it to Iron Man 1, but go ahead.
I really want to say it's like really like the number one, like it's probably my favorite movie.
Wow, that's bold, man. That's really bold.
I know. JG had a lot of negative shit to say about the movie, but go ahead.
I don't have any negative shit to say, but I didn't want to keep it completely positive. Also, did not have any expectations. I was actually at this point before the movie came out, I was actually like tired of seeing all the trailers and everything because I felt like they were again revealing a little bit too much. But when I actually saw the movie, they do some twists. They threw a couple of twists at me, so I could appreciate that. I definitely would not say that this was like my favorite like first movie out of the series because as far as Spider-Man is concerned, we've been through so many iterations already, and they just kind of ruined it. Like Spider-Man was like one of my favorite Marvel superheroes growing up, and just the movies, as far as the movies were concerned, it was like, damn, after one Spider-Man left, you got another one. He only did 2 movies, and now you got the kid. And while I do like the kid, because Civil War was pretty dope, I didn't know what to expect from Spider-Man. So I was like, I'm going to watch it, but I don't even know what to really expect. So
I feel that. I would say I didn't have any expectations in terms of the movie. Just kind of wanted to go into it with an open mind. But I will say I was a little bit worried about the trailers because I felt like the trailers were spoiling the film. But after seeing the film, I'm completely satisfied with it. And I could say for any of those who haven't seen the movie, which I don't know why you're watching this review because I'm definitely going to put spoilers in the title. But in case you haven't seen it and you're listening to our conversation anyway, you do not have to worry about the trailers did not spoil the movie. There were still enough surprises in here that I was like, wow. Like, I would actually say this might have one of the better plot twists in a Marvel film. What the fuck is that beeping noise in the back? Yo, do y'all hear that shit?
That's weird.
nah, bro.
Yo, I server muted fucking GMG and it keeps fucking beeping, bro. I'm gonna have to leave their shit. I think it's them. Fucking leave their shit right now. Shit's a no, because we're like recording, so it's gonna. I know niggas gonna leave comments. Right. I'm pretty sure it's them because my shit doesn't beep on it. Anyways, my bad, y'all. We're gonna leave that in the video. As for the actual film, how did you feel about Tom overall? Tom Holland, Jay.
I always start first. Tom was cool. I just felt like, as far as the film, like he was a good actor. I'm not going to take anything away from him. He was definitely a good actor playing Spider-Man. It was interesting seeing him in the teenage form because we've always seen Spider-Man in like the high school transition into college phase type of Spider-Man as far as the movies. But he's like full blown. He's a sophomore. He's a sophomore in high school, and he's young, like real young. And it was like, as far as the movie was concerned, man, like it was cringy, dog. It was very cringy because he was a kid, and it was like so many things that he was.
What specifically did you cringe at?
Bruh, the whole movie was like awkward and cringe-worthy, dog.
I have to disagree with you on that.
But no, let me specify. It was cringe-worthy in a good way. Like I wasn't like, oh man, I freaking hate the movie. Look, let me explain.
What does that even mean?
It was cringeworthy because, like, as I was watching the movie, I'm like, damn, dog, like, you getting in trouble with this, you getting in trouble with that, you don't know how to use your suit, you a little boy, but you over here defying, you over defying Tony Stark, and then he told you not to do that, he trying to save you, and you still end up messing up throughout the movie. Like, all your entire decathlon team almost died. And what was you doing, bro? What was you doing? You still defying Tony Stark. Like, that's the cringe movie worthy stuff that I'm talking about. But again, like I say, it's not bad. That's how the movie develops. So it was just different for me because he's a little kid and he still doesn't know how to fully use his powers, and Tony started trying to help him, and he put him on the training wheel protocol. He was like, no, I'm not a little kid anymore. I'm not a little kid. When? And then you took it off, and then you don't know how to use your suit, and you messing up, bruh. He was just messing up throughout the entire movie. And
I don't think that's cringeworthy. I think that's just the kid being a kid.
No, this shit was cringeworthy to me. I was like,
have you never been a kid, nigga?
I've been nervous all my life.
I've been angry.
Like I said, it was just different though because I know he's a kid, but I'm still like, oh man, like if you only would have listened to him, it would have been a little bit better.
I would argue that's why I enjoyed the film, because this was the most true to form Spider-Man that if you go back and watch the Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans, especially the first one, none of the motherfuckers look like they was in high school. They all look like adults with tight ass shirts on and shit. Like, I legit felt like he was a kid, and that's one of the things. Like, Spider-Man, he may have man in his name, but he was a young dude. And I feel like that's one aspect that they got right. And I feel like maybe you just got too used to the Andrew Garfield and the Tobey Maguires of the world.
Yeah.
And forgot that Spider-Man actually is young.
Man.
I like Tom Holland. I feel like he did a good Peter Parker and all right Spider-Man. Because I don't blame him for this, but it's like with the funny wordplay and dialogue, like towards the villains, it really wasn't, like all that smart, but he made up for it with like his awkward posing and his kind of like slapstick comedy at times. So it's like he didn't have the witty remarks, but he made up for it with body language, and I can appreciate that because I feel like he's still learning how to be Spider-Man. And what I really do appreciate about this movie is the fact that they skipped the origin story and got straight into like his humble beginnings of him still trying to figure it out. So it's like we saved probably a good 30-40 minutes of not watching Uncle Ben die for a third time.
Uncle Ben's right.
Claps in it already. Because if we would have saw that one more goddamn time, like I probably would have walked out.
Well, hold on, because before the film even came out, we knew that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, we knew that.
I would actually commend him just because there was not even really any real hardcore mention of Uncle Ben. Like, it was a movie about Spider-Man.
But it was alluded. It was alluded.
But I'm saying there was nothing in your face about Uncle Ben, basically. And I appreciated that. So
he kept saying, referencing on May, night after what happened, and I was like, oh, probably talking about Uncle Ben dying and bleeding out. But
hey, whatever, they can allude to it all they want as long as we didn't see it.
So I'm happy about that. About that. But as like Peter Parker, I felt like I like the fact that he was smart, but I don't know. I felt like they could have said that he was smarter, because I felt like he was making, like you were saying, Jay-Z, a lot of stupid decisions, but at the same time, it's like he knows how to make web fluid. How did he learn how to make web fluid?
Well, it goes back to the
class.
It goes back to the contrast of him being a genius, but he's also still a kid. That doesn't change the fact that you're still a kid. You're gonna still do kid shit. And I think it did show that he was a genius when he fucking hacked the suit.
Well, his friend hacked.
Well, he didn't do it. Yeah.
So it's one of those things.
Well, it was teamwork. They both did it.
Kinda, yeah. I guess. I don't know. I think that was all his friend though.
And my thing is his friend is a genius. My thing is like geniuses hang out with each other. So clearly,
Peter Parker was a genius in other ways, but not that particular part. Just not that part.
Also, shout out to Tom Holland. He does what I Hate the Flash doesn't do, where he actually works out and goes to the gym. So I appreciate that.
Oh yeah, little dude was ripped, dude.
I appreciated the fact that they played up the whole friendly neighborhood Spider-Man thing, because if you go back and watch the older Spider-Mans, like Toby and even the Andrew ones, they would always talk about he's the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, but this nigga's swinging all over Manhattan and shit. Spider-Man is from Queens. Now, granted, I gotta criticize the movie for this part because I'm not from New York, but I've been to New York enough times that I know what it looks like. he was talking about I'm a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, but that nigga was swinging all over Brooklyn. That movie was shot in Brooklyn. It was not Queens, because if you've been to New York, Queens looks more suburban. No,
They
suburban.
do that all the
more
time,
houses.
though.
That movie,
they do that all the time, yo.
And I wasn't 100% sure, so I turned to Jenny. I was like, "That's Brooklyn, right?" And she was like, "Yeah." I was like, "All right, bet." So I have to give them points for actually making him feel like he was a neighborhood hero, not some Avenger. But then at the same time, the movie wasn't shot in Queens. I would appreciate it if it was actually shot in Queens. But I said,
some of it was shot in Atlanta too. So I mean, come on, man.
At least make it look like Queens is what I'm saying. It did not look like Queens at all.
I feel that.
Queen, like when you ever get a chance to go to New York, Queens is one of the boroughs that looks distinctly different from the rest of them. What's the name? And then
I just go to Manhattan.
Like he was helping the little Dominican lady who got lost and shit like that, like stuff like that, where it made him feel like he was a boots to the ground Call of Duty type of. Just regulars, hero.
I like the part where he was trying to stop a guy from stealing a car, but it's his car. Then you see everyone come out when like the car alarm is going off.
Right, that's typical New York shit, yelling outside the window. Hey man, keep that down. I'm trying to go.
I got work in the afternoon.
He's like, don't maybe come out there and kick your ass.
Dr. Stanley appearance after that.
Yeah, true.
How'd you guys feel about the Vulture, the villain?
Oh my god, one of the best. Like, if there was like a spectrum of like the best villains in the Marvel universe,
he might be up there. I agree.
He's up there because like what the thing is, at the beginning they established why he's doing what he's doing.
So you sympathize with him.
He wasn't a horrible guy. Yeah. They humanized him for the audience. He's not a horrible person. It's just, well, the government, Tony Stark, took away his job. He invested a lot of money. What else is he supposed to do now? It was his last resort. So it's like, all right, my last resort is I'm gonna take this stuff, make even cooler stuff, and then sell it. And result is apparently it's illegal making illegal weapons, and
you could almost argue he didn't really become a villain until Spidey started fucking with his business.
Exactly.
Because he was just trying to make some money, basically.
Like, let's think, man. He kept under the radar for 8 years. 8 years. Nothing. Nobody said a word. He been doing that shit real low key. Like, if you a legit drug dealer or art dealer, you doing that illegal stuff, selling on the black market. Like, think about what the Vulture did with his empire, son. That's a long time to not even catch like a blip on anybody's radar. The only reason why Tony Stark intervened is because Peter Parker said something. So yeah, I totally agree. I thought that the Vulture was gonna be weak because generally, like in the comics and in the cartoons. And even some other other things, other iterations, video games and stuff. The Vulture is pretty whack. Like I never really wanted to see him at all, and I thought that it was going to be bad. But I actually agree with y'all. I agree with y'all. Vulture was really good. He was really good. I liked it.
They even continue to show that he's not even really all that bad when he accidentally killed his friend that he fired.
He was all about his family. Like, that's what he was based on. He wanted to protect his family. He wanted to make sure that they were still eating good, living good. So that was his whole purpose. Like, he didn't have any other purpose. That's the only reason why he did it. Can
we talk about just the good writing? I love the fact that they managed to, because like I agree with what you were saying, Jay. One of the things I was worried about with the Vulture when I saw the trailers is if you watch the Spider-Man cartoons or you seen any of the old comic books, the Vulture is one of the more tacky, corny looking villains if you look at his original design. So I was like, how are they going to make him cool? I love that they tied it into the whole Avengers storyline, the alien technology. They're cleaning up the wreckage and making money off that. And then B, they modernized him, giving him more of an Iron Man tech type of look. And I thought he was like a really intimidating villain. Because, like, in the cartoons, the motherfucker's, like, corny as shit. Like, oh, there goes a vulture. Like, whatever, bro.
Like, he actually looks like a vulture, like, pretty whack.
Right. And, like, if anything, they made... The Shocker was more intimidating in the cartoons, and the Shocker was a bitch in this movie. Both of them. So, I thought... I give him kudos for making the actual vulture cool with the design and the armor shit and tying it into the storyline. I'm trying to think. What else was there? One thing that I have to get this movie props. I loved all the little Easter eggs sprinkled all throughout this movie. It had a whole bunch of them, boy. The Indian dude that was hating on Spidey the whole time, Eddie Brock, that's Venom. That's the second Venom. I'm trying to think. Oh, did y'all peep in the scene where he got locked in the when he was in DC and he got locked in the and the little what is it, the government facility that was holding all the alien technology, and he had the bag, yeah, and he pulled out Ultron's head. Did y'all peep that?
And when he threw it away,
yeah, he threw it away. He's like, "What the fuck is this shit?" I thought that was funny. Did y'all catch any Easter eggs in the film?
Wait, you said the Indian dude was Brock Thompson? Or was Brock?
No, Eddie
was Flash.
Flash. My bad. Flash Thompson. My bad. Eddie. I was thinking Eddie Brock. I confused the name. Yeah, Flash. Flash is the second Venom, I believe.
Yeah.
So I thought that was interesting to see maybe how that character will develop as the more Spider-Man films come out.
Can we talk about that for a split second?
Yeah, I didn't like him.
I found it super weird because it's like, bro, you a nerd too. Like you doing all the same things that Peter Parker.
Yeah, he was a jock.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be a jock, so that part didn't make sense to me either.
Yeah, I was like, yo,
I was nothing, boy. Don't
like,
talk to me.
You can't be no bully. You can't be no bully to him. Yet you doing the exact same thing. Like the only thing that you had over him for real is that you could drive a car. Like you had an expensive ass car from your.
And he was the DJ at the party. Because remember when he said, "I say Peter, you say penis,
fresh, whatever,"
or penis Parker, penis Parker.
I thought that was whack too, fam.
That was something I would say.
I thought it was funny. Penis Parker. I thought it was funny.
I wasn't a fan of the Flash character, but like the acting wasn't bad, so I'm not mad at it. You know.
If anything, I felt like if they were gonna make him go the nerd route instead of making him like he was supposed to be like a football player, they could have at least made him like casted somebody who was bigger and more intimidating. I think it was the fact that he looked super nerdy. Like
Peter Parker could whoop his ass, bro. Like
he really could.
Right.
Like he could fuck him up with one punch. Let's just be real. You're like that, yeah.
So I thought that was interesting. I was watching.
No, but
go ahead.
Can we take a moment to appreciate Peter's Jungle Fever and the amazing black cast that we have?
right. Zendaya was hilarious all throughout the film. I thought.
I was about to say that. That's probably one of my favorite characters, to be honest. I like that. I thought I was going to hate that emo stuff, but she played that role really, really good.
Can't believe you guys are at this Lean party, but you're here too, am I? Like, bro, I loved her. And then her in the detention, like drawing people.
Bro, drawing people, yeah, bro.
It made me leave the movie theater because I remember when she was first casted as Mary Jane. People were like bitching because they were changing to Mary Jane to be black. Like it makes me wonder, like when people left the theater, did they feel the same way? Because I felt like she killed the role. Like it was a different take on Mary Jane. Like before, it was kind of like the last one that played Mary Jane. It was like, oh, I'm Peter's girlfriend. Like I felt like she stood out as a character in the movie. She was hilarious.
Yeah.
She made the character on.
All right, I would also talk about Donald Glover real quick. How'd y'all feel about the role that he had?
Bruh, best role out of the movie, bruh.
He was keeping it gangster.
Standing ovation.
Go ahead and get your gripes out the way, Jay. What do you have a problem with Child?
I wish he had a slightly bigger role, man. That's just me.
Wait. What if I told you he does have a bigger role in the movie?
Yeah, apparently. I've heard stuff about it.
I hate to be that guy because
Chaos said the same thing. So.
Yeah, I read the origin story, and apparently it was when they revealed his name. I think his name is Aaron Davis. When he pulled that name up in the police report, I was like, that sounds familiar because I've read Miles' origin story. And then the scene where he went to go talk to him in the garage, and he's like, I got a nephew in the city. Aaron Davis in the comic books is actually Miles' uncle, who actually turns Miles into Spider-Man through an accident. Mm-hmm. So you never know. You never know. He could have a bigger role in the future films, and that's what I was saying. That's what I loved about this movie. It low key, it had a lot of Easter eggs in it, and it's like you have to have read maybe to. I know I'd be shitting on niggas with the manga shit, but that was one of the things I was like,
The irony.
Right.
I feel like they let Donald Glover get full control over his character because like he stayed true to self. Like I didn't feel like he was actually playing anybody different. I felt like he was being himself. Like it's kind of like Atlanta continued just in the Spider-Man universe.
I feel that
like this shit was kind of
it kind of felt like they were just trying to get some extra star power in the movie. Like, oh, I know that guy. Like I feel that.
Yeah.
I
liked it though. I appreciated it, but yeah, if he does get a bigger role, when they do a continuation or whatever the hell they decide to do, keep my nigga Donald Glover in there, bro.
I really hope that people understand like how much advice and hope like he gave Spider-Man though. That man said you gotta get better at your job, and no one really told him that. So
that man cannot intimidate anybody, interrogate nobody.
That alone, I feel like, that really changed the entire course of the movie.
Damn, are you saying that there was a lot of profound just black excellence in the film, even from the thugs?
Exactly, bro. Shout out to my man Hannibal Buress.
Yeah, I was about to mention how you feel about his gym role, his gym teacher role.
I didn't find him to be funny, and I just stared at the screen. I was like, "Nigga's a snitch. I don't care."
This guy, wow. Okay, I would say once again, he didn't seem like he wasn't playing a role I haven't seen him already do. Like, he seemed like he was being himself in this. He definitely seemed like he was typecasted. My bad, I said it wrong. So it's like he seemed like himself. He ain't do a bad job.
I did find those Captain America instructional videos to be hilarious, though.
Yeah.
Take it from a guy who's been on ice for 65 years. Like, I thought that shit was funny.
It was so corny that it was funny. Yeah,
I thought that shit was funny.
So you got the tension.
Shout out to Fancy from Jamie Foxx show.
She was in there.
Yeah, she kind of aged a little bit.
Or how you know they didn't put extra makeup on her to make her seem look older?
You know, black don't crack.
I don't know. Yeah, black don't crack. But she getting a little older. That's all I'm saying. But I was Jamie Foxx Fancy? I was like, oh, that's Fancy. Okay.
Jamie Foxx show was 20 years ago. Get over it.
I know, it's a long time.
You're old, Jay. You're old.
People get older, bro. People get older. I understand.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, but it's more black excellence. Okay, so let's talk about some of the twists. So did anyone like legit see the Vulture being Liz? Nope. I was like, yo,
that's why I tweeted. I was like, yo, this might be one of the best plot twists. I didn't see it coming, and I'm the type I usually see shit coming.
Yeah, generally you can see him. I did not see that at all.
No, bro. I was sitting next to this Asian lady, and we both looked at each other, bro. That's how I know it was good, bro.
Like my mouth open, bro, and like I was like, oh my fucking god, like that was crazy because that scene right there was awkward as hell, yo. I'm like, he's sitting there looking him in the eye. He like, what do I do?
It was that scene where everything up until that scene, I was like, all right. This is a pretty good like standard superhero movie for me so far. It was like a B-. It was nothing mind blowing. It was all right. Then we get to that scene, and I was like, all right, this is something special. I was like, this is different. I was like, yo, the writing on this is part. And in the scene where they were sitting in the car, and Liz goes into the to Homecoming, and he's talking to her, because he figured out that Peter was Spider-Man. I'm like, yo, this dude is smart. Not only that scene was actually really intense. I thought that was a very well acted out scene when they were sitting in the car.
Like all of the context clues came out when he was grilling them, talking about the internship and Tony Stark. He was like, your voice sounds familiar. What were you doing during the internship? Like all of it came out.
Even if those context clues kind of gave it away, I feel like Spider wouldn't have gave away if he wasn't staring at, like, he was acting like he saw a ghost when he saw Liz's dad. And I think that was the main thing that gave it away.
Legit shook.
Yeah. Right. I thought that was a great scene. One of the best.
That was perfect.
Yeah.
That plot twist combined with the fact that he was such a fleshed out villain, that I feel like that's what really skyrocketed this movie. Because of course you go to see the superhero and like, yeah, you're not going to be disappointed by hands down. But the fact that the villain was equally on par as entertaining, come on, bro, you can't.
To the point where I was actually happy that he didn't die at the end.
Yeah.
So he's definitely gonna be back if you stay for the post credit scenes. I thought that was dope. Was there anything else that you liked or disliked? I'm trying to think.
I like that Tony Stark was in the movie, but he wasn't in the movie a lot. They gave the chance for Tom and Peter Parker to actually like flesh out his entire role, and him kept messing up. But a lot of people thought, during the trailers or whatever, like, well, just gonna be Iron Man just tagging along throughout the entire movie. But he had his roles, but he wasn't in there enough. So I appreciate that part.
I like the relationship to Iron Man and Spider-Man.
It's really good. It's really good.
It was that mentorship where it's like, I like the fact that Tony Stark said, "Here, I want you to do. I don't want you to do anything I would do. I don't want you, but I do want you to do things I wouldn't." Something like that. And it's like there's that gray area, and it's like I understand what he means by that in a sense, where it's like, if it seems crazy and irrational, like something I would do, don't do it. But at the same time, if it's, within reason, go ahead. So I respect that, as well as like towards the end, Tony Stark finally realized he does need that mentorship. So I still feel like Iron Man and Spider-Man are going to build that strong relationship, especially for what's the big one coming up?
Infinity War.
Infinity War. I feel like they're definitely going to have a strong relationship. And I think when Tony Stark addressed Spider-Man talking about how, like, if someone died on on Spider-Man's conscience, that'd be horrible. But if Spider-Man dies on his, that's also horrible for Iron Man. And then I feel like that played a part in why Spider-Man really went to go save Vulture at the end of the movie. So
yeah,
I think Tony Stark's words really, really helped out Spider-Man. Even when the building collapsed on him, it's like, if you're nothing without this suit, then, you know.
I actually thought that was actually a really good scene when the suit collapsed. I mean, when the building collapsed on him.
And he's screaming for help.
And he's screaming.
Like,
I felt this pain.
You screaming, dog.
No, I felt this pain in that scene. I believe him as an actor. Like, and that's one of the things I have to critique about sometimes with these Marvel movies. Like, sometimes it's all about the jokes and just having a good time. Like,
they really humanized him.
You knew he wasn't. It almost felt like he was gonna die. Like, you felt his anxiety in that scene, and I was like, okay, I feel it.
But that's why I was saying that it was cringy. It wasn't in a bad way, but like scenes like that, I was like, oh my god, like what is he gonna do?
That scene reminded you he was a
nobody.
Kid. That scene reminded you of a kid. What's the name?
Also, I saw that movie with my two brothers and my younger brother who's like 8, and it's like I liked the movie because it was mature, yet it was still family friendly. It's like, you know, they had like the inappropriate jokes, like when Ned got caught in the library during homecoming. It's like, what are you doing here? He was like, looking up porn. And then my brother turned to me, he was like, what does that mean? Why everyone was laughing? It's like, I'll tell you when you're older.
True.
But like, even throughout the entire movie, like it was, you know, family friendly, but there was still those jokes there that if you were an adult, you'd get it. And I love Aunt May's role of like comic relief as well. Like, she was a all right parent figure, but you know, it's not about her. But I love when they were like, oh yeah, she's getting free food. Maybe she loves you too. So I like Aunt May role as well.
And the ending, what the fuck? Yes, that shit was great. I'm trying to think. I thought it was hilarious how Tony put a kill mode in the suit. And like his eyes would go red. His eyes
is hilarious.
Would you like for me to activate kill mode? Wait, no, she said enhanced combat, which equals kill mode. I was like, oh wow, okay.
Kill mode activated.
No, I don't want to cut it out. I don't want to kill nobody. I like, and this goes back to like the trailers not spoiling anything, and I would hope you already saw the film already. But like in the trailer, it makes it seem like a boat is getting blown up, and Spider-Man saves it with his webs and shit. Nah, Tony comes and saves the day. I thought that was a great reminder. Like this nigga was inexperienced.
Man. I was like, damn, he almost got it. He had 98%, and that bug still ain't working. There, here comes Iron Man.
But it's like, I love that because it shows that he's still learning, he's still flawed. Like with origin stories, you know, you see them from humble beginnings all the way from like, you know, Peter Parker, Uncle Ben dying and then him going. But instead of that, we saw him making a bunch of almost fatal mistakes for other people. But lucky for him, Tony Stark was there to, you know, clean up the mess. So I really like that fact that he did make these mistakes early on. So hopefully he doesn't keep making them later on. Like I love the scene where it's like, you know, the sandwich shop that the bodega he normally goes to, it got blown up, and it's like now he actually sees the consequences of his actions if he's not careful.
Right.
I appreciated that. Yeah. Did you guys feel like the pacing was good? Did it ever feel like the movie was too long? Pacing.
No, I like the pacing on this one.
Yeah,
from start to finish, perfect.
It was always like non-stop jokes, but it was like the jokes are always properly placed for the most part, I felt like. So I was okay with that. Like it being lighthearted.
And the action was there enough, and the plot always was moving.
Right, yeah, the plot was always moving. I thought the DC scene was great when he fell down the elevator after he saved everybody.
Actually, during that scene, what is it? Liz drops, and then he catches her with the web, and I instantly thought about the last one with Andrew Garfield, and I was like, yeah, good thing he didn't let this one snap.
Are you trying to allude? Maybe they're like taking shots or something.
I feel like they were.
Man.
That's great. I'm trying to think of the negatives because I feel like we're being too damn positive. But yeah, it was a good movie. What were critiques that we had?
Well, if I had to say, Aunt May, she wasn't really an adult figure. She was, but like, she was really there for the comic relief.
She was the youngest Aunt May that we've ever seen.
I ain't mad at that.
Yeah, it's supposed to be an old lady. It is what it is. It's.
I ain't mad at it, bro.
They got to change some things up because of the reality of the situation is like the whole Civil War thing changed a lot too. Like there's a whole lot different in this film. Like because in the comic books, like towards the end of the movie, when he had like that press conference. In the comic books, that happens during the Civil War, and during that press conference, Spider-Man reveals that he's Peter Parker to the world. So it's like there's a lot of things that are different about the movie compared to the books, and it's like you just gotta accept it, go with it, go with the flow.
Also, the fact is, I like the young Aunt May because you gotta realize this is a franchise that's gonna be along for a while. So what they're really doing is they're having it so that the characters are gonna stay around for a while. And if they got like a 70-year-old Aunt May, now I know she may get to the next Spider-Man movie. I'm just saying.
I feel that.
Yeah.
It makes sense too because he's young. So that as he grows older, she's gonna grow older, and eventually she will be that old lady that we know from the cartoons.
Basically.
So it makes sense. How'd you guys feel about the post-credit scenes?
Ooh. The first
so that's
one
supposed to be the Scorpion, right?
Yeah, the one that was talking to.
Yeah, because he had the tattoo.
I was about to call him Falcon Vulture. Yeah, that was supposed to be Scorpion with the tattoo.
I was hoping it was going to be freaking Carnage because I was looking at his eyes and I was like it was red, but then I saw the tattoo, so I was like, yeah, it's going to be Scorpion.
Yeah.
I like that. I like the fact that Vulture was like, if I knew who Spider-Man was, he'd be dead already. So,
yeah, he had a heart on that
feel like,
part. He had a heart, bro.
Yeah. I feel like once again that humanizes him one last time.
It don't humanize shit because the ending clearly alluded to the Sinister Six movie that they're working on, and Vulture's a part of the Sinister Six, so there's gonna be something that's gonna sway him.
But
yeah, there's gonna be something.
He's still waiting though because he wants his moment. He doesn't want somebody else to get out the joint and then handle him himself. That's what it was.
Now the one thing that I was concerned about is obviously they were setting up the Sinister Six, but I was reading online that apparently, and I can't confirm that. I just read it. I forgot what website it was. One of those big comic book sites. They were saying in Tom's contract that Tom legally does not have to participate in any of the Spider-Man spin-off movies, meaning the Venom, the Sinister Six, or whatever they're working on.
Oh no!
So it's like I'm not saying he's not going to be in it, but from my understanding, he doesn't have to be. So how's that going to work? How's the Sinister Six movie going to work? Let's pretend like Spider-Man isn't in it. How does that work?
No, I don't see that working.
Kind of like maybe Suicide Squad. Maybe
no.
Or...
Suicide Squad is a group of bad people doing good because the government forced them. That's actually
nothing to do with
that's the actual comic book.
Yeah, I know.
The Sinister Six is a bunch of Spider-Man villains. It's his rogues gallery getting together to fuck him up.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying like
if they bring together the Sinister Six to turn it into the Suicide Squad, Marvel will get ethered off the fucking internet, bro. Because you can play with the source material, like I was just telling you, they changed some things up, but you can't do a 180.
I don't think they'll be good guys. No means by that, but I think their role will be. I don't know. It
goes back to what I said. I can't confirm or deny what I read was true. That's just what I read.
Oh no!
And then also it said his contract doesn't obligate him to do it. So he can still choose to do it though.
Because like even the only reason why Tony Stark is in this one because Robert Downey Jr. who actually really wanted to be. so that's a Robert Downey Jr. One of the most amazing actors of this generation. It's an inside joke.
They're gonna be like Robert Downey Jr. It's
Robert Downey Jr.
It's an ace quote.
I know, like, like taking L's, you know.
Oh my god!
Right? We almost made it through a video, guys.
And then the second one was just a straight up troll scene. It was funny, but at the same time, it was like, what was the point of that?
You know what? I like it. I hate the fact that it happened to me, but I actually like that scene a lot. Because it was so true. It was like, you know, you learn a thing about patience, and sometimes it's not even worth it.
That was a good trait to have, patience.
Anyways, I'm reading that Spider-Man is breaking all type of records, making all types of money. What I'm hoping this film does is, because this is definitely one of the better Marvel movies and it's making money, I hope this encourages, who is it? Is it Sony or Fox?
Sony and Fox.
Yeah.
Fox owns Fantastic Four.
Sony owns Spider-Man.
Fox needs to give that up.
They need to give up Fantastic Four. They need to give up X-Men. I hope this leads to more collaborations. Just bring all the Marvel characters home. Bring them into the MCU. You're going to make more money in the long run. Nobody likes Andrew Garfield. So
the downside is right now, I already know Sony and Disney are arguing about like the future of the Spider-Man villains, because like one wants it to be Venom, while the other one doesn't. I forgot what side. So at the end of the day, you know, they still own the rights, but it's like, for the purpose of the story, it's like, it'd be better if we do this, that, and a third.
Yeah, there's another thing that confused me. So like I said, what was it, Flash Thompson in the movie that's the second Venom. They already announced that they casted the dude from Mad Max Fury Road, the dude who played Mad Max, to be Venom
Was it Tom Hardy?
Yeah, Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy. Yeah, they casted him to be Venom in the Venom movie. So is there going to be two Venoms
Carnage,
in the MCU? Maybe? No. He's casted as Venom.
Well,
And he announced it on his Twitter. He had the Venom T-shirt on and everything. He was like, "I'll be playing Venom." So are they gonna have two separate Venoms in
Flash
the
could
MCU?
be
Like how?
Carnage, maybe?
Like,
I don't know.
is like
Well, then
is
again,
Flash
he's a
gonna
symbiote.
run into
He's a
Tom Hardy and the
symbiote.
symbiote jumps on him or something?
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
I don't know.
Or maybe he just doesn't. You know, maybe he just doesn't become the other Venom. But that'd be stupid. I don't know. The source material is so loose. So
Yeah.
Like if they had this Flash, this if they had
I wouldn't-
this
I
Venom,
wouldn't-
I wouldn't like it.
Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, yeah, because you're talking about the source material so loose. Like I said, they established in this film that Miles Morales exists in the MCU, so they're playing with the source.
This man about to die.
They're playing with the. Well, no, I read online somewhere in the new Marvel universe now, Spider-Man, Peter and Miles exist in the same universe. Something happened. I don't know. You know, they always doing these damn world colliding.
Yeah,
That's
they
why I
switch up so
stopped
much,
reading
yeah.
comic books, bro. Like too many damn big world
I
changing.
think
events.
the new 52 really messed it up as well for the DC side. It's like I think Flash went back in time and did something, and now the universe pretty much just starts all over again.
And that's why in the Spider-Man game, you saw Miles in the trailer because Peter and him exist in the same world now because of some world-changing event. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays like that. Definitely would like to see a Miles Morales appearance in the next Spider-Man film. Is there any like things you guys want to see in the future with Spider? You think they could clean up?
Yo, that the Infinity suit Tony Stark showed off with Spider-Man. Is it called the Infinity suit?
The one before the press conference?
Yeah. Oh my god, that was amazing, bro.
He's never gonna wear that.
Hey, bro, Infinity War. I see it. Oh,
Just bust it out.
Yeah. I want to talk about how like I love Peter Parker did really show off his kid side because he was making a vlog even while he was fighting like Captain America.
Oh yeah. He's like, don't show
Like,
that.
that was hilarious.
And then he's watching it in class and shit. Like, bro, what are you doing?
He was like, a film by Peter Parker. I was like, huh? What is this? And then this man straight popped into a vlog. I was like, all right.
Watching
This
clips of
funny.
himself on YouTube in class. The reason I say I don't think he's gonna wear that suit ever is because in the that looks like the suit Tony gave Peter in the comic books of the Civil War, and eventually he took that shit off. But because the actual, I don't know, like they playing with the source material. I don't know what the fuck is gonna happen. Who knows?
All I want to see is Carnage. Like, I don't care about nothing else. I just want to see Carnage eventually. Please, just show him that.
Yeah.
Have some crazy dude. It's Carnage, and let's get it cracking.
You ready to wrap this review up though?
Right. All right. So what do y'all give Jay? What do you give it out of 10?
8.5.
Okay. I thought you was gonna be a little bit lower with all that negative shit.
No,
you was
because like I
talking.
said, it wasn't negative. It wasn't negative with my gripes about it. It was just cringeworthy throughout the whole thing. But I still give it 8.5.
What do you give it, Black?
Shout out to the Black Excellence, great pacing. I thought it was funny for what it was. This is the best Marvel villain. I think he really is the best Marvel villain we've ever seen. The plot twist, once again, phenomenal. The acting overall was good, great action. I got to give it like a 9.5. I'd give it a 10, but nothing's perfect. So I'm literally, it really is a 10, but nothing's perfect. So
Okay, all right.
Okay. I agree with everything Black was saying. The pacing, the plot twist, probably the best Marvel villain, period. Absolutely hilarious. But I don't want to give the same score as him, so I'm going to give it a 9.6, nigga.
I changed mine to 9.9.
It's just one of those things. Like, I left the movie theater, I was shocked. I was pleasantly surprised. I was like, all right. And I'm not a big Spider-Man fan. I don't know about y'all. Like I feel like the media pushes Spider-Man too much fucking their Spider-Man agenda.
The damn Daily Bugle.
Right. Fucking Spider-Man and shit. But it was a great
So
film.
do y'all think that this was better than Guardians of the Galaxy Part 2?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And that was a good film, so hell yeah.
Okay. All right, so we still got Thor coming up. Thor's the last one we got this year.
Nobody cares about that.
Nah, bro, no.
I'll go see it just to talk about it for a video, but I don't care.
Because Thor has been after the first one.
7 out of 10. I'm calling it right now.
The second one was cool, bitch. The second was cool. Gotta see it.
Thor's problem is he's like the Hulk. And that's probably why they put Hulk in the damn movie. They are good side characters in a group movie.
They work good together.
But Thor is not an interesting character standalone. He's not funny. He's not smart. What is he? He's just strong.
Hulk smash. I mean, Thor smash.
The Thor is literally the Hulk, but he knows a few more words than the Hulk. That's basically what he is. And I'm the king.
It's like, all right. I look at the Thor movies, and it's like they have this great world, or worlds, I should say, and it's just the characters aren't interesting. Like, there's nothing to make you like Thor. What is his struggle? He's a god. It's like Superman. It's like when you're literally a god, what is your struggle in life? Oh, I don't got my powers. The first movie was boring. Oh, I got my powers, but, I got to work with my brother that I don't like. Whatever.
They took my hammer.
Now it's they broke my hammer, so
and we know he's gonna get it back.
I'm gonna see it so far, because Thor, I would say Thor is like the weakest out of the Avengers movies. At first I was gonna say Captain America.
Fuck Thor, bro. It's about T'Challa.
Winter Soldier. I mean,
Iron Man is
for sure, yo.
Is the second worst in the series.
I don't care about no other superhero shit except for Black Panther, boy. When that shit come out, I'm seeing it 3 times for the culture.
Exactly.
Black History Month.
We out here.
Anyway.
But yeah, anyways, those have been our thoughts on Spider-Man Homecoming. Have you guys seen the film? Let us know what you thought in the comment section below. If you enjoyed our conversation, please hit the like button. It helps our channel grow. And subscribe if you're new. If you're not new, consider subscribing to our Patreon. That is patreon.com/GI updates. If you pledge today, we have all different type of rewards in line for you guys that are really cool. Hell, you can even be in one of our superhero movie conversations like this, reviews. So go check out that Patreon. There's a link in the description box below. Other than that, we out. Bye.